So Jane, tell us about your group, and then let's hear about what's going on in Nashville.
Sure. I lead a nonprofit. It was started in Nashville almost 12 years ago, so a little bit ahead of its time. And it was really birthed when successful business people and entrepreneurs came together and decided we need a front door for entrepreneurship, because Nashville, a part of its tapestry, and one of the things that I think makes it such a special city, is it really is a city built and full of entrepreneurs, people who are always innovating and looking at new ways to do things and launching businesses from here. And so that was the beginning of this. It was started with the Chamber of Commerce and then was spun out and started in a small building down on Broadway, and then opened up this amazing space. At the time, it was old trolley barns, and we were in a part of town that really wasn't very developed. And now it is all developed. We have really amazing space, and we work with entrepreneurs in our community and some from outside of our community if they're in the healthcare industry, and really just work to connect them to resources that help them on their roads to success.
Why Nashville? I mean, there's Knoxville, there's Lexington, Kentucky. I mean, there's a lot of great small cities in kind of the Mid-South region, if you will. What did Nashville have in the tank that the others didn't have? I mean, Knoxville has UT, right? Maybe that's kind of dominating that, but any more insight on that?
I can't speak to what other cities don't have. I can only speak to what we do. We have a strong academic environment. We have, several universities in our town. We have a strong privatization in healthcare and healthcare capital for service businesses in the healthcare industry. We have a strong music, creative scene. And then we have, like I said, collaborative leadership in the political realm as well. And then combine that with the entrepreneurial spirit of this community. And I'm sure there are other variables as well, but I think those mixed together and having the right people in the right place at the right time seems to have done wonders for our city, and hopefully will continue to do so as we look forward.
Then our discussion led to, it's really beyond healthcare, right? So healthcare is great, it's been stable, it's still growing, but give us insight on, there's music, I suspect, but what other industries are really cranking in Nashville?
We have retail. And so you do have retail industries that are here. We have a lot of hospitality industries here. And then we have a lot of commercial real estate development that is happening here. I think you may have talked to someone that may have been one of the visionaries. And so again, there's just a lot of commercial development. There's a lot of hospitality, retail, supply chain, and then tech. I mean, tech is definitely an industry, especially as we have new companies coming in that bring a lot of tech employees. We just see that continuing to grow and that creating opportunities for innovation in the tech industry as well.
Do you have any examples of interesting companies that you want to share with us today?
Well, I think one of them I alluded to earlier, which is Q Audio. Q Audio, again, they were starting in the music business and then COVID hit. And so a large part of what we did during COVID is we kept our doors open, and we felt that we were an essential business because founders needed a place to come, a place to work, and needed a little bit of camaraderie and accountability. And so they pivoted and moved into sports, and they're with several NFL teams now. And so the Titans worked with them, the Predators worked with them, and now they've spread throughout a lot of sports team. And then, like I said earlier, they got the Final Four. Now they have other creations coming, and they just won Universal's Global Pitch Competition for one of their other creations. And so they're just this fun company that brings such energy and excitement, and they're fabulous founders. So that would be one that we work with.
So you have lots of training. So besides the fact that it's a good idea and everything, how did this idea come to you and your organization in Nashville? Because I don't think every city has this. I don't think every city has an entrepreneur center. How did this all develop?
Well, the reality is when this developed, I was an entrepreneur, so I wasn't involved in the development of it at all. But I can tell you based on my experience, when I started our company, I just cold called a bunch of people in this town, and I didn't know what an entrepreneur was, but I knew they were building really good businesses and they were where I wanted to go. And I called them, and every single person met with me, and every single person gave me input. And so I think that is something that just permeates the city. And so those people came together to say, we really need a front door, because more and more people are going into business and starting businesses, and we need a place where any entrepreneur can go to get connected to what they need. And that will help our economy, that will help our community, and that will help bring a little bit of streamline instead of, oh, I happen to know someone, I can call them. It's no, anybody can come in and we can connect them to who they need.